Hey YouTube, what's going on? So I'm here driving down the street and I was rolling through my Instagram and I see a lot of people are asking a lot of questions. And they're going back and forth between these two particular topics. Do I want to start locks with my own hair or do I want extensions? Question of the day, question of the year, question of life. Do I want to use my own hair or do I want the extensions? Do I want to go through the ugly phase or do I want to skip all that and just have hair draping down my back after sitting in the chair for 10 to 12 hours, getting up? Yep, I'm excited. Yep, it looks good. But what I didn't realize is I have work on both sides. So let's talk about the work we have on both sides. Starting your locks with your own hair or starting your locks with extensions. Here we go. Starting your locks with extensions is pretty cool, but what I learned about people that start their locks with extensions, they really don't have that love and compassion for their hair that people do when they start their own locks with their own hair. The people that start their own hair, like they go through a journey and they're appreciating different things. They're seeing different things. They're feeling different things. They're reacting to different things. They're in love with different things versus people that start with extensions. They're just happy that they don't have to go through a phase. They're just happy that they have long hair. They're just happy to be in the meeting. But they really didn't experience anything yet. What they mostly experience over people that start with their own hair, they go through a version of thinning at times. They go through a version of, I can't do certain things because you're limited. That hair does not have the same porosity and the same give and take that your natural hair has. But the people that go through the journey and do their own hair, their biggest issue is frizziness. They don't want the frizz. So I say this, in each aspect, you're gonna deal with something. You're gonna have something. So what I want to talk about next is after we realize there's gonna be something we're gonna deal with, let's look at all of the pros and cons. Let's put it all on the table. If we're gonna talk about it, let's really thoroughly talk about it. So here are some videos I want you to compare and contrast. I want you to pay attention to, and we're gonna get down to the nitty-gritty in this video. We're gonna get to the good, the bad, and the ugly. So pause the video right now, go get you some popcorn, go get you some water or whatever you need, and I want you to come on back because we really finna talk about some stuff today. And we really gonna make some true, healthy, mature adult decisions. I'm ready. You ready? Let's go. So one thing you can consider when you get your starter locks is the parting first. Parting and starting locks with your own hair versus parting and the lock extensions are two different things. The parting, if the hair is not thick enough to hold on to that weight and strong enough, the parting with the lock extensions can take over and make you look very scalpy. So that's one honest thing that a lot of people don't talk about. When you get the maximum when you use your own hair. So really think about how you really want to do this and what's going to make it work. Think about your outcome. Don't just think about right now. I know a lot of people have this microwave syndrome and they want to do stuff. I'm about to show you a few things. This one is a retwist that we started maybe 2 months ago. And this is what we have to go through with her. She has to go through that phase of fuzziness and frizziness and all of that, pulling apart and everything else. Well, these are the lock extensions. And these are the parts. And look at these edges. They could be thinning. They could start breaking. They could start doing a bunch of stuff. So there's always going to be something with each decision that you make. Take a look at these pictures and look at the compare and contrast. Also, look at this one where this hair is fine. Look at this hair right here. And you can see that I had to go in to have the maximum amount of locks to make sure that everything looked good, to make sure that everything came out good, and also to make sure that they were going to be happy with the outcome. Well, now look at this. This is a lock extension. And if it's not in a great place, she's gonna lose. I've had people lose big time. So let's look at this. Let's really look at this and really be honest with ourselves on what we really want to do and how we want to do this. Because if not, you will not be happy in the future. You would have lost. And your outcome would have burned you. And I don't want that for you. So I'm going to show you both sides. Look at both sides of this and make that decision truly and honestly for yourself. All right, these are locks that I started 7 years ago. It'll be 8 years in September. And you can see that she has a really small texture of locks, but I had to consider the source in this one, making sure that the edges that we didn't cause any breakage there. Also back here in the back with the hair being so fine in certain areas that we didn't cause breakage from excessive styling. Keeps it hydrated. She comes in every 3 weeks for her shampoo and deep conditioning just to keep it healthy. Has a light bounce to it. She's a professional woman, so professional women and men can have healthy, beautiful locks as well. As long as you keep it maintained and healthy, and you keep the hair in a good place. So having healthy locks can be a successful future for you. As long as you do the right thing, this can be your outcome. Full, bouncing, flowing. We've never trimmed, cut, or anything to this hair. This could be you. Okay, so today we're interlocking on some locks that I started a few years ago. Now, the thing about this interlock is I want to keep this hair healthy, so we did a deep condition, we did the whole system, we made sure the hair was moisturized, we made sure that the hair was in a healthy place. And with the interlocking, you may have a little bit of frizz. So this is what I do for that frizzy area. I go in and I single-handedly wrap those hairs back around that lock, just to keep it smooth, to keep it even, and to keep it neat. Even though she's interlocking, she does not want frizzy, fluffy, crazy looking locks. She wants to make sure that this hair is going to hold on to a good, healthy type of regimen and just make it work. So, like I was saying before, I use a safety pin to go in just to keep a smooth wrap. And once we're done with that, then we go back in and we start to clean up those hairs. And that's a simplistic interlocking situation. These are locks that I started from Loc Extensions, in which she still has a little bit of the extension on the end, which you can see there. But check that out. Check out that part to lock ratio. Check how that's even all the way to that root. There is no breakage. There is no nothing. We made sure that in her outcome, which is years later, that she was healthy and she was happy. We made sure the hair is moisturized. We gave it everything we want. She had these. She could hold these extensions for over 6 years, and at this point, she's cut most of them out. This is all she has left. All of this is her growth. That is amazing. Now, this is what you come here for. If you're going to extend, you want to make sure that in your extensions and in your outcome that you are winning and this is successful. This looks great, you guys. So this is what an outcome of a healthy extension should look like.